Across the wide-open plains of North America, where the horizon seems endless and the wind never rests, a powerful movement begins. The ground trembles softly as dark shapes emerge in the distance. These are the American bison, ancient giants of the grasslands, moving together in one of nature's most enduring journeys. For thousands of years, bison migration has shaped the land, the ecosystem, and the story of the plains themselves. The American bison is the largest land mammal in North America. Weighing up to 2,000 pounds, with massive shoulders and thick shaggy fur, these animals are built for endurance. Their curved horns and muscular frames tell a story of survival in a land of extremes. Scorching summers, bitter winters, and endless miles of open terrain. Yet despite their size and strength, bison are deeply social animals, bound together by the rhythm of the herd. At the heart of every migration is the herd itself. Bison live and travel in groups, often numbering in the hundreds. Females, calves, and younger males form the core, while larger bulls move on the edges or follow behind. This structure is no accident. It offers protection, guidance, and a shared memory of ancient routes passed down through generations. Migration is not a single event, but a constant movement shaped by the seasons. As spring arrives, the plains awaken. Fresh grass pushes through the soil, rich with nutrients. Bison begin to drift toward these feeding grounds, grazing as they go. Their movement is steady, unhurried, yet purposeful. Each step is guided by instinct, an inherited knowledge older than human history. During summer, the herds spread out across vast grasslands. Calves are born into this season of abundance, their reddish coats bright against the green plains. Mothers remain alert, forming protective circles when danger approaches. Even at rest, the herd is always aware, always ready to move. As autumn approaches, the land begins to change. Grasses dry, temperatures drop, and storms roll across the plains. The bison respond instinctively, turning once again to the long journey. Migration now becomes essential. To survive the coming winter, the herd must find new grazing areas and access to water, even as the landscape grows harsher. The journey is not easy. Bison travel across rivers swollen by rain, muddy lowlands, and rocky ridges. When they reach a river crossing, the herd hesitates only briefly. One animal steps forward, then another. Soon the entire group moves as one, water surging around their powerful bodies. Calves struggle against the current, shielded by adults on every side. What seems chaotic is, in fact, a carefully balanced system of collective survival. Predators watch these migrations closely. Wolves trail the edges of the herd, testing for weakness. But bison are not easy prey. When threatened, they form defensive lines, lowering their massive heads and standing their ground. Their strength lies not only in size, but in unity. Few predators dare challenge a healthy herd. Winter brings the greatest test. Snow blankets the plains, burying food beneath layers of ice and frost. Yet bison are uniquely adapted to these conditions. Using their massive heads, they sweep away snow to reach grass below. Their thick fur insulates them against freezing winds, while their slow, steady movement conserves energy. Migration continues even in winter, guided by the need to survive another season. For thousands of years, bison migrations transformed the landscape. As they grazed, they trimmed grasses without destroying them, allowing new growth to flourish. Their hooves turned soil, spreading seeds and nutrients. Other species, from birds to insects to grazing animals, thrived in their wake. The plains were shaped not just by wind and weather, but by the movement of bison herds. Then, in a brief moment of history, everything changed. During the 19th century, bison populations were devastated. Once numbering in the tens of millions, they were hunted nearly to extinction. Migration routes that had existed for centuries were broken. The silence that followed echoed across the plains. By the late 1800s, fewer than 1,000 bison remained. The Great Migrations had nearly vanished, and with them, an entire way of life for the land itself. But the story did not end there. Through conservation efforts, protected lands, and the dedication of scientists and indigenous communities, bison were given a second chance. Slowly, herds were reintroduced to national parks and reserves. Today, while their numbers remain far below historic levels, Bison once again roam parts of their ancestral range. In places like Yellowstone National Park, migration has returned. Seasonal movements are once again guided by snowfall, grazing conditions, and ancient instinct. Though fences and human development still limit their range, the spirit of the migration endures. Watching a modern bison herd move across the plains is to witness resilience in motion. Each step echoes a past that refuses to be forgotten. These animals carry the memory of the land within them, where to go, when to move, and how to survive together. As the sun sets over the grasslands, the herd continues forward. Dust rises in the golden light, and the sound of hooves fades into the distance. The journey is never truly over. Migration is not just movement, it is survival, connection, and balance. The story of bison migration is a reminder that nature's greatest strength lies in harmony. When animals, land, and seasons move together, life endures. And as long as bison continue their ancient journey across the plains, the wild heart of North America still beats strong.